moving on. What else we got? What else we got in the news, huh? Anything else going on? Anything else cool? New to me. Any Diddy trial updates? Anything interesting with that? Trump admin to scrap police reform measures in U.S. states. The end of federal oversight. Don't care. Justice Department to drop police reform deals with Minneapolis and Louisville. DOJ to drop civil rights probe. Trump to press Ramaphosa to pare back racial equity laws. Judge orders Trump admin to retain custody of Asian immigrants removed to South Sudan. Wait, what? Oh, is the I.O. thing happening right now? Or did that happen today? Google's future is Googling. A lot of its vision depends on AI. I want to see this actually. What they have. Google I.O. It was an AI show. Everything revealed in 15 minutes.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to
Dude. Stop with these fucking Indians.
Google I.O. I learned that today is the start of Gemini season. I'm not really sure what the big deal is. Every day is Gemini season here at Google. A couple of weeks ago, Gemini completed Pokemon Blue. It earned all 8 badges.
That's not impressive.
Traveled the victory road.
I can do that by spamming one move and not paying attention. I can literally, you can do that by pressing forward and spamming A for like 80 hours, okay?
Defeated the Elite Four and the champion, bringing us one step closer to achieving
That's
API,
not impressive.
Artificial Pokemon Intelligence. Introducing Google Beam, a new AI-first video communications platform. Beam uses a new state-of-the-art video model to transform 2D video streams into a realistic 3D experience. Behind the scenes, an array of 6 cameras
Google
captures
Beam?
you from different angles.
Wait, is this cool?
And with AI, we can merge these video streams together and render you on a 3D light field display.
Get a
In
ghost type
collaboration with
Pokemon,
HP,
and like
the
half
first
the
Google
Pokemon
Beam
can't hit you.
devices will be available for early customers later this year. And today, we are introducing this real-time speech translation directly in Google Meet. English and Spanish translation is now available for subscribers, with more languages rolling out in the next few weeks. And real-time translation will be coming to enterprises later this year. We also have our research prototype, Project Mariner. It's an agent that can interact with the web and get stuff done. Say you want to find an apartment for you and 2 roommates in Austin.
Wait, okay, so did I miss, what was this? Google Beam? AI 3D video chat? Did I get like distracted?
An array of 6 cameras captures you from different angles.
What?
And with AI, we can merge these video streams together and render you on a 3D light field display. In collaboration with HP, the first
Wait, what the okay, wait, what?
Google Beam devices.
So that you could like, so it's making like a holographic card of you? What?
Will be available for early customers later this year.
Okay, like I didn't really understand what it was doing. Okay. Interesting. Gemini personal context.
We're working to bring this to life with something
3D
we
Jimbo?
call personal context.
Holy.
With your permission, Gemini models can use relevant context across your Google apps in a way that is private, transparent,
Hello,
and
Lisa.
fully
How
under
can I
your
help
control.
you today?
Let me show you an example in Gmail. You might be familiar with our AI-powered
Holograph
smart
of me would
reply
be so
features.
hyped.
It's amazing how popular they are. Now imagine if those responses could sound like you. That's the idea behind personalized smart replies.
Yes.
Gemini 2.5 Pro is our most intelligent model ever, and the best foundation model in the world. Just 2 weeks ago, we shipped a preview of an updated 2.5 Pro so you could get your hands on it and start building with it right away. Today, I'm thrilled to announce that we're releasing an updated version of 2.5 Flash. The new Flash is better in nearly every dimension, improving across key benchmarks for reasoning, code, and long context. I'm excited to say that Flash will be generally available in early June, with Pro soon after. But you can go try out the preview
Competitor
now
to ChatGPT.
in AI Studio, Vertex AI, and Gemini app.
That's good.
We are also introducing new previews for text-to-speech. These now have a first-of-its-kind multi-speaker support for 2 voices.
This means the model can converse in more expressive ways.
Ew.
It can capture the really subtle nuances of how we speak.
This works in over 24 languages, and it can
Dude,
easily
ew.
go between languages.
That voice.
You can use this text-to-speech capability starting today in the Gemini API. Gemini 2.5 Pro
The AI
is
has a
incredible
gay
at
black
coding.
voice.
I got
That's-
2.5 Pro to code me a simple web app in Google AI Studio to share some photos and learn more. And I'm going to jump to another tab that I ran right before this keynote with the same prompts.
Right before this
And
keynote.
here's what Gemini
All right, let's figure it out.
generates. Whoa. 2.5 Pro is available on your favorite IDE platforms and in Google products like Android Studio, Firebase Studio,
Motorcycle chase in LA. Holy shit, it's happening.
Sandra. This thing is it just keeps
Yes!
going, and
Fuck
thank
yeah.
goodness it hasn't ended poorly, but still riding very erratically out here on these roadways, making our way
Send
in and
in-
out of the area.
send
We're
in,
definitely still going to be
chase
now we're
music.
at Glazell Park, so LAPD might get involved with this. I'm
Let's
not,
go.
And we have an LAPD ship actually over it right now. I don't know if they relieved Police 100, but you know, it's definitely wrong side of the
Dude,
road.
holy
and
crap, this is a
higher
crazy
speeds
chase,
again.
actually.
It's just so dangerous, and the really truly the most of that danger, like you said, is
There's
gonna
a
be for
cheat
that
with this,
rider.
which is
That
if you're on a
rider's the one
bike,
that's putting themselves in the biggest vulnerability for
Driving
injury.
more
And
dangerously,
it just continues out here.
they're more
But,
likely to
as
pull
far
off.
as law enforcement, that one law enforcement officer right there, you really got to give him props and really trying to do what he can to bring this to an end.
But they don't
And a
want
lot of,
to make
you
you
people
crash
might
and
be
die.
like, oh, you know, he's going to hurt that guy if he, you know, pushes him up against a curb or something like that. You know what? A skinned knee, a bruised ankle.
But you can squeeze
compared
through?
to
No, no, no.
loss of
They'll call
life
the chase
or,
off.
Or just, you know, maybe even something like being a
Like, if it
cripple,
doesn't seem
you
like
know, yeah, definitely.
that you're
Do
gonna
what you
stop
need to
unless
do
you
to bring this
crash
to an end.
at a certain
But right
point.
now, that rider is still keeping all law enforcement just far enough away. These speeds staying
They'll pull off.
dangerously high for the rider's skill level.
But they don't
There's
want
no
you to
doubt
kill
about
yourself.
that. And again, we just continue to watch them passing other vehicles, using the wrong side of the road, center lane, and even now running some red lights. It just adds up. The danger just clicking,
Yeah.
and you just don't want this.
Anonymous
to end poorly.
Grover Secretary
Definitely
Dog.
you,
escalating a
Anonymous
little
Grover.
bit here as we
Big
don't know
shout
the
out.
rider's
this?
intention, the driver's intention. Clearly, we never know, but this comes to mind. I am reminded watching
This is horrible
because
police
we
chase music.
don't often
Fuck Johnny
see
Rebel.
the pursuit of a motorcyclist, right? So
Stupid ass Johnny Rebel.
I have to say, some of the worst pursuits, though, have been the pursuits of a motorcyclist. They end in a very, very bad way.
This is trash.
Specifically, one that
Send in
comes
good
to mind
police
is
chase
when
music, not
there is a
garbage.
collision at the end of a pursuit, and that person goes flying. And clearly, you know what I'm talking about. You've done and seen a lot of these pursuits over the years, and those are the most horrific accidents that we've seen. The pursuit of a motorcyclist, especially depending on how it ends, right? It's never a good scene. So clearly, we want to hope and that nobody gets hurt in this case, but clearly they are taking every precaution, right? Giving him a little space, monitoring the situation, but also the public needs to be safe.
Johnny Rebel wasn't
and
even
make sure
racist.
that this person stays off the road.
Classic. Thank you for the 3 big shout out.
And,
Now we're
warning
to
the
live
public
session,
again,
Zoomer
look at
sending
this wrong
police
side
chase
of the road.
music.
This time
For the show,
really
keep it
for
alive.
No reason whatsoever. Just got onto the wrong side of the road.
I'll play it loud if
and
it's on
now
trash.
picking up a little bit more speed. I don't think sometimes, Sandra, we see these chases and you're like, okay, there's a destination. You just got that feeling like
Look at 'em
they're
go.
going somewhere, like they're going to go and they're like I said, to a mall or to a house or a neighborhood where they're going to try to run and hide. But this bike just seems to be driving. There doesn't seem to be
Johnny
any
Rebel
rhyme
had a
or
black
reason there.
stepson.
And it may be because that rider might not even really know where they are. Getting
One
into the
cent
bus
five
lane
dollars.
right there, that, buddy,
Thank
that
you for the
bike
very
lane
generous
is not
support.
for you. And, and you've got at least had the
W. Thank you for the very generous support. Don 1. like how they just have breaking news. They didn't put police chase. Breaking news. Fox 11. Thank you, Anonymous. Look at him go. What would you be? Your escape vehicle? Definitely motorcycle.
I see a lot of law enforcement, though, trailing this guy. Or is it just that one black vehicle?
They have the speed on screen? Yeah, he's going 50.
You know what? I was kind of looking for him every now and then. They might have dropped
It's
down.
where the
We
dono
are
is.
well into Los Angeles right now. They're getting into downtown.
Not
LA,
accurate right now.
Chinatown. It's just the LA.
Thank you, Anonymous.
No ground units right now. There are
Big
no
shout out. I appreciate it.
So basically, he's just running from his own demons.
See, now these are police chase music. This is police chase music.
Not seeing the reds and blues, not hearing the sirens. He'll slow it down or think, okay, I've got enough distance between me and them that I can just get off this bike and just do whatever I need to do. Definitely ran a red light right there.
Why would you get off the bike?
Where, you know, today I got Dylan at the pillar of Skybox.
Dude, what if he filled up? Dude, imagine if he filled up.
Whip it through downtown. Got another law enforcement, but basically going the other way. Let's see if he makes that U-turn. It does look, well, maybe not. Because that's the thing, too. A lot of times, LAPD, they're going to look at something like this. They're going to weigh it. And
I'm expecting them to smash him from the side any minute now. ... They won't do that. Dude,
for the most part, LAPD will let it go.
in like the 70s and 80s, did they have to be this like careful with you, or they just try to kill you if you were evading them? I feel like they low-key just like be allowed to kill you in like the 80s. Do they not chase them? Not on bikes. What I'm telling you. First of all, it's really hard for them to follow a bike because it can maneuver better. But also, the more closely police chase a bike, the more likely they're gonna drive recklessly and dangerously, and then if they die, that's like bad for the police department. And on a bike, they're less likely to actually be a danger for others around them, because a bike is like a lot harder to hit someone with by accident, to hit a pedestrian, to T-bone somebody, you know, stuff like that. Which is what I was saying. If you drive more erratically, they're more likely to not follow you. They're more likely to be called off you. So if you start driving in the wrong lane and stuff like that when they get close to you, especially it seems like if they time it so that it's clear that you start driving more erratically when the police are like right behind you, then it makes their like bosses nervous. You know, their bosses are watching this. And they don't want you to die while you're being chased by the police, because that's bad for them. In the 80s, they would just ram their cars into you and not even care about their own. Bikes can go off-road into pedestrian-only walkways and side trails. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's definitely true. So the more erratic you are, the more they follow you, the more you're gonna start driving like that. You're gonna start driving dangerously.
And again, you said it earlier, Sandra.
And if because you're being chased by them, you know, you are forced onto the sidewalk and hit someone, that looks really bad for the police.
What's happening, but the motorcyclist turned right in front of them. Thankfully, no one was hurt in that case. It wasn't too close a call, but you just wonder, you know, how much closer is he going to get? How much more erratic?
And they don't want to ram into you because they are not trying to kill you.
Handling that motorcycle that he's not familiar with, it seems. The good thing is, and the unusual thing is that he does have a helmet. So was this
Power Channel live session was missing in chase music, so they don't add to it and instead will radio ahead.
How did he start it up?
They become just as much of a
Clearly,
danger
you don't know
as
also
others
how
to
long
others
he's
as the
gonna
guy
go
running
for.
away. Yeah,
He
that's
had
true
a full
too.
tank of gas and where he's going at this point, but it
That's
doesn't
true
even
too.
know that he's
Imagine,
being trailed.
imagine a
He
cop
thinks
car's
that
trying
he's
to
free
follow
and
him
clear
closely, and
trying to
then
figure out where to
he
go.
doesn't hit a pedestrian, but the cops do, right? Or he doesn't crash
Yeah,
into
it looks like,
or T-bone someone, but the cop T-bones someone. That looks atrocious to the, you know, on the PUD.
Bro sent $10.
Thank you for the very generous support, OMG, bro.
Okay.
That's what you said. Iggy was trying to say it, but I just said it better. Yeah, I didn't really understand when Iggy was saying it, but you're probably. Good point. Cesar Chavez ab. And he's pulling into that.
And how did he get into that park garage? I've ridden my bike past there many times, and I know that these are, electric great. So maybe it was just an opportunity to try, open so he jumped in there. But law enforcement definitely knows. LAPD is talking about it right now. They actually have some.
Dude, look how cozy this place is. Got a freaking bridge. What is this? The Scientology building?
But at any rate, we'll keep an eye on it. Yep, see what law enforcement will do.
That's like what it is at the end of the bill. Get lost, wait it out, if you will, right? There's so many places that person can be to kind of escape, shall we say, from this situation. If in fact that motorcyclist went inside and is underneath of the parking structure right now. A lot of black and whites around, but there's just so many places that.
Dude, that's such a W place to hide. Look at this.
Out from, we don't know if they're even pulled up in some apartment, because that complex is big.
That's crazy. Especially if you live there.
Very big.
But if you live there and you can't hide your bike, or they know who you are, they like have your license plate, cooked. What if your friend lived there? Imagine your friend lives there. Dude, imagine your friend lives there and you pull in and you're like, Dalton, hide me.
We're going to wait for whoever to come and claim it. And if not, then, it's their loss. But right now, we do see law enforcement, but we never see
cameras. That's true. Cameras would be a problem.
Probably off the bike and come to the public the safety of the public is now safe. So maybe that's what's going on. But as far as LAPD, they're nearby, but I've yet to actually see
Bro's got to climb the balconies and then break into a room. Bring the bike up the stairwell into his apartment.
Let
Yeah,
them
genius.
get back to work
True.
at what they do best. Stu, you doing what you do best. Thank you so much for being on top of that.
Is this over?
Crew and Skyfox. For now, you will keep your eye on that. We'll have so much more later this evening on Fox 11 News. But for now,
How did it
return to
start?
regular programming.
I wonder. We're on. Oh, dude, they're doing it on YouTube too? Dude, who cares? Dude, come on. Whoa. Their OBS is breaking. Uh-oh. They don't know what they're doing.
of a little jerky,
How did it
so I'm
start?
still not 100% on this person not being an experienced rider. As far as law enforcement, there's a helicopter above it. It's going to be Police 100. That is going to be part of the Glendale
Police 100.
law enforcement community.
W, dude, I love a good police chase. Okay, wait. Fox. Live Now from Fox is still covering it. They've still got the Chopper view.
Some other station.
Dude, you're on YouTube. Skyfox, you're on YouTube. That's literally what they're called. Isn't that fun? Okay, imagine, hear me out. Imagine you're wearing a motorcycle getup and everything, right? But then you pull into this
Everybody's
place
kind of off of it.
and you rip it all off.
Let me find out what
And
we're
then
gonna do.
you have like
Hey,
you have like a
Skybox
t-shirt and
Simulcast,
shorts
what are
on
we
underneath it. And then you make it to the pool, and then you just like chill out at the pool and act like you're not the guy.
Okay. Did you tell him no put any water on
Get
it
a
till we
horse
get back?
costume for the bike.
Playing.
Hear me out. Hear me out. You get a horse costume. Well, they're changing the angle. Whoa. Beautiful, beautiful Santa Monica. Dude, look at it! Yes! Fuck yes. Beautiful LA Valley. Is that the Hollywood sign? Dude, that is. Look. Look. There's the Griffith Observatory and there's the Hollywood sign. You can see. See? Heaven on earth. True. Wow. So many places to go. I like that this guy is on the mic. Bow, bow, bow. True. What I'd be doing too. Bow, bow, bow. Whoa, Vinewood. The Vinewood sign. Crazy. Next! What else we got? Taylor Swift is now Team Baldoni. Here, dude. Jews, please, if you can hear me, ban Candace Owens. Please. Jews, please ban Candace Owens off of fucking YouTube. Can I report this shit? Report. Please ban this dumbass bitch.
Whoa, what is going on here?
This shit is so gay.
He drops a major bomb on his May 14th letter to Judge Lewis Lehman.
Snoozer, boring.
Up here. The Wayfarer parties
Downvote.
anticipate that Venable's
Boring
motion to
snooze
quash
fest.
will be mooted in short order, as their counsel and Venable are conferring in good faith. So he's saying, the subpoena is moved.
LA has the
anyways
best
because
bike chases,
in the
huh?
background,
LA has the
I'm
best
communicating, the
everything.
Wayfarer parties
But
are
also, yeah,
communicating with
LA probably has the most, or probably, you know, up there on the most car chases and whatever, but they definitely are the ones that cover it the most. That will, like, you know, go live with a helicopter chasing it. Like the LA, the Fox News in LA love following the chases.
who is highly likely to have reliable information.
And there goes
Blake
for that.
requested that Taylor Swift delete their text messages, and two, that Michael Gottlieb, who is Blake's lawyer.
Yeah, she did reply to Nick. Did you guys see that? Hold on. Let me pull that up. This is so boring. He's really going to talk about like Hollywood gossip. I wake up, I log onto the internet. Well, Nick says, Harvey Weinstein was a Democrat, a pervert, a Zionist, an associate of Epstein, and a defender of the pedophile Roman Polanski, and connected to an Israeli intelligence. Why are people on the right trying to rehabilitate this scum? It's extremely suspicious. Candace says, I wake up, log onto the internet, and depending on what day it is, I'm either an anti-Semite funded by Qatar or working on behalf of Israeli intelligence. Good morning to you too, Nick. Yo, I cooked. I almost ratioed her. He is a Zionist Jew who hired Black Cube intelligence to harass his accusers. Also, the only good movie he ever produced was Spy Kids. Aren't you forgetting something? Nope. I stand by what I said.
Solomon is coming for the ring. This evil cannot be concealed by the power of the elves. We do not have the strength to fight both
I'm
Mordor
fully
and
aware.
Isengard.
I stand by what I said.
Blood of Rohan! March to Helm's Deep!
He's the GOAT, though. I do love, what's his name? That actor. He's just the GOAT. Count Dooku. Aura as fuck. Anyway, next. Eric Trump is a lucky man. These have to be paid comments, bro. These are not real. True. Did you like the gift for today? I got my Shadow the Hedgehog necklace in there. I spread out my face. Twitter space? What Twitter space? Which one? Cletus is speaking in South Africa. Trump versus Ramosa. Gringos listening to anti-Semitism. Why is Vermont maple syrup junk? Huh? Dude, there's no good spaces. No offense. Anyone in spaces. Patriot Pepe, is he running game right now? Hold on. Let's listen anonymously. Is Patriot Pepe running game?
In this life that's worth living for, that can save me, that can help me, and that is essentially despair.
You know what's, you don't even have to look at it from like the religious point of view. Is like you can look at it from.
Is he picking up
evolution.
the ladies right now?
Of every animal is to survive, no matter what.
No one, Rooney. Literally no one.
Down,
her husband and kids don't want a Lord Trump album.
What it is, and this is it's a very grim reality, but I mean,
like unironically, you have to live no matter how bad
reality.
It gets.
What it is
why are they acting like it's so bad?
Themselves, God forbid, is that they have come to a point in their life where nothing is worth living for, where they are probably in the deepest hole that they've ever been in, to the point where they need to kill themselves, where nothing matters.
Favorite single mom.
Enough. Their life isn't worth a shit. And that is a very, very, very dark place to be in.
This is not game. He's not picking up the Huzz. Okay. Next, what else? 2025 is the year of cartoon revival slop. Yeah, that is actually. Yeah, wow, it really is. Holy crap. They're bringing back King of the Hill. No, people do ask for that, but they don't know what they're asking for. They don't know. You cannot just revive something like that. Like, you're just out of your mind. That's like, this is not a good show because, like, the original King of the Hill is not good because fucking the characters are really awesome and, like, the setting is great and whatever. Like, you can't bring that shit back, dude. Once they stop making it or once it falls off, it's not coming back. Okay? Grow up. Gumball was never good. And Phineas and Ferb is, it's like good background. I don't know. Maybe that one's probably the most revivable of them. Time and place, just like the Dire Wolf. No, the Dire Wolf was cool, and I'm in favor of that. I like that. I do like genetic engineering and bringing that. Yo! Hold on, put that on a t-shirt. Yo, let me buy this shit. Yo, let me get that on a t-shirt. Me as fuck. Can you put them on a motorcycle? Bro, put that on a motorcycle. Okay. Anyway, back to this. What else they announced at the Google I/O?
Gemini Code Assist and our asynchronous coding agent, Jules.
Fucking bitch.
Jules can tackle complex tasks in large code bases that used to take hours. That Jules is now in public beta, so anyone can sign up at jules.google.
Today, we're making 2.5 Pro even better by introducing a new mode we're calling Deep Think. It pushes model performance to its limits, delivering groundbreaking results. Deep Think uses our latest cutting-edge research in thinking and reasoning. We're going to make it available to trusted testers via the Gemini API to get their feedback before making it widely available. Gemini is already the best multimodal foundation model, but we're working hard to extend it to become what we call a world model. That is a model that can make plans and imagine new experiences by simulating aspects of the world.
Wait, what?
Just like the brain does. We recently partnered with Ira, a company that assists people in the blind and low vision community to navigate the world by connecting them via video to human visual interpreters. Using Astra technology, we built a prototype to help more people have access to this type of assistance.
For those who want an end-to-end AI search experience,
deep fake. Imagine we lived in a world where that was like what when they're at these conferences, they're like, we're engineering new possibilities for deepfake porn. We've re-engineered the entire thing to bring more realistic, more lifelike deep fakes of all of your favorite celebrities.
New AI mode.
Gosh,
And
we were
I'm
in the good
excited to
timeline.
share that AI mode is coming
We were in the
to
goon
everyone in
timeline.
the US.
They
starting
would in
today.
Japan. Yeah, they would in Japan. That's true.
And starting this week,
That would be an Asian coded headline to see them like to just see like we would see Western news outlets report on the controversy of like Japan making more lifelike deep fake porn of their favorite J idols.
Gemini
J-pop
2.5,
idols.
our most intelligent model.
And no one even freaking out about it in Japan, just us. Like our reporters would be freaking out.
On your mind. And as you can see here, search gets to work. It generates your response, putting everything together for you, including links to content and creators you might not have otherwise discovered, and merchants and businesses with useful information like ratings. Soon, AI mode will be able to make your responses even more helpful, with personalized suggestions based on your past searches. You can also opt in to connect to other Google apps, starting with Gmail.
It's got my Dude, this one's got your Google search history. Oh shit. Oh fuck. No.
Personal context. And you'll see when AI mode is bringing yours in to help.
I didn't mean it.
Deep search uses the same query fan-out technique you just heard about, but multiplied. It can issue dozens or even hundreds of searches on your behalf to create an expert-level, fully cited report in just minutes.
Right here, task complete. I get great ticket options with helpful context so I can make an informed decision.
Wow.
We're taking the next big leap in multimodality by bringing Project Astra's live capabilities into AI mode. We call this Search Live. And now, using your camera, Search can see what you see and give you helpful information as you go back and forth in real time.
With AI mode, we are bringing a new level
Hold on,
of
we got a bunch more content.
to
Holy.
help you shop with Google. I want a few new
Oh, I can
recipes
shop
for
with
summer.
Google. Dude, they're all fucking Indians. Stop. We need less Indians and brown people. Presenters and just people in general. Holy shit, dude. They're all
Search
Indian
gave
or
me
brown.
Some great options. But now,
That guy's a Jew.
I'm faced with the classic online shopping dilemma. I have no clue how
I don't
these
know what
styles
I
will
want to
look
buy.
on me.
What do I need?
So we are introducing a new try-on feature that will help you virtually try on clothes. So you
Ooh.
get a feel
Virtually
for how
try
styles
off the
might look on
clothes.
you.
Take them down.
Let me show you a live demo.
Take them off.
I really like this blue one. I click on this button to try it on. It asks me to upload a picture, which takes me to my camera roll. I have many
Well, yeah,
pictures
that's true.
here.
But that's
I'm gonna
beside,
pick one
that's
that
beyond
is
the, that's,
full length and a clear view of me.
okay, yes.
And awesome.
True, but,
To do this,
Jimbo, can
we
you
built
notice
a
me? No.
custom image generation model specifically trained for fashion. Wow, and it's back. Our new intelligent
That did not work
capabilities
well.
bring the best
That
of
looked
shopping
bad.
together with the best of AI right here in Search. Our new visual shopping and agentic checkout features are rolling out in the coming months, and you can start trying on looks in labs beginning today.
Wow, that's
We're
just
launching
very
5 things
exciting.
today. First, let's talk about Gemini Live. People are blown away by how interactive and natural the conversations are. And it works in over 45 languages, more than 150 countries. And Gemini Live now includes camera
Deep research,
and screen
Canvas,
sharing,
Gemini, and
both of which are
Chrome.
incredible. All of it is rolling
Imagine
out free of charge in
4,
the Gemini app on
VO3
Android
AI,
and iOS
Lyra
today.
2,
Starting today, Deep Research
Close,
will now let you
Android
upload your
XR,
own files
Samsung
to
Project
guide the research
Wuhan.
agent, which is one of the top requested features. And soon, we'll let you research across Google Drive and Gmail. This is where Canvas comes in. It's Gemini's interactive space for co-creation. Canvas will now let you transform that report with one tap
Whoa.
into all kinds of new
No
things.
way.
Like a dynamic web page, an infographic, a helpful
That's
quiz,
kinda cool, actually.
even a custom podcast in 45 languages.
Okay, that's not cool.
We're introducing Gemini in Chrome.
That's not cool.
This will be your AI assistant that's there for you as you browse the web on your desktop. The amazing part is that you can use this and it understands the context of the page that you're on automatically. So if you have a question, it can be answered. Starting today, we're bringing our latest and most capable image generation model into the Gemini app. It's called Imagine 4, and it's a big leap forward. Maybe I want to create a poster for a music festival. And we'll make the Chrome Dino the big headline.
Ugh.
Imagine 4 doesn't just get the text and spelling right.
Oh
it's
my
actually
gosh.
making creative choices, like
Dude.
using dinosaur bones in the font, or figuring out the spacing, the font size, the layout that makes it look like this great poster.
The real
I'm
issue with
excited to
AI
announce
is
our
the proliferation. Like, everyone being able to use it is so... Like, they need to not make it accessible. You know what I mean? Like, easily accessible. It needs to be like you're on a desktop computer to be able to use it.
Our new state-of-the-art
And ban it in India. And if you're over the age of 40.
It's available today. VO3 comes with native audio generation. Now you prompt it, and your characters can speak.
They left behind a ball today.
What manner of magic is that?
The quality is so good, it feels like you're there, on the boat, with this guy.
This ocean, it's a force, a wild, untamed might.
Gemini Live capabilities are free and rolling out across Android and iOS.
We recently launched Lyria 2, which can generate high-fidelity music and professional-grade audio. The music is melodious, with vocals in solos and choirs.
Sweeping orchestral
As you
film.
hear, it makes expressive and rich music. Lyria 2 is available today for enterprises, YouTube creators, and musicians. 2 years ago, we pioneered SynthID, which embeds invisible watermarks into generated media. Our new SynthID detector can identify if an image, audio track, text, or video has SynthID in it. We're starting to roll this out to early testers.
Interesting.
Today. We built new capabilities for filmmakers. So when you're making a
SynthID.
video, it will use ingredients you give it, characters, scenes, or styles, and keep them consistent. Or you can direct VO, giving it precise camera instructions, and have it shoot along a specific path.
We've been building a new AI filmmaking tool for creatives. One that
Interesting.
combines the best of VO, Imagine, and Gemini. We're calling it Flow, and it's launching today. Our hero, the grandpa, is building a flying car with help from a feathered friend. These are my ingredients, the old man and his car. We make it easy to upload your own images into the tool, or you can generate them on the fly using Imagine, which is built right in. With a single prompt, you can describe what you want, including very precise camera controls. Flow puts everything
Whoa.
in place. The character consistency, the scene consistency, it just works.
But what about emerging form factors
Whoa.
that could let you experience an AI assistant in new ways? That's exactly why we're building Android XR.
Android XR.
We believe there's not a one-size-fits-all for XR, and you'll use
That's
different
cool, though.
devices
That's
throughout
actually
your
really
day.
cool.
We built Android XR together as one team with Samsung.
That is actually
and
really
optimized
cool.
it for Snapdragon with Qualcomm. This is Samsung's Project Muhan, the first Android XR device. Samsung's Project Muhan
They just
will be
stole the
available
Apple.
for
Let's go.
purchase later this year.
W.
Glasses with Android XR.
W
are
stealing the
lightweight
Apple
and designed
stuff,
for all-day wear,
but then
even
also
though
making
they're
glasses.
packed with technology. A camera and microphones give Gemini the ability to see
What does the UI
and hear
look
the
like?
world. Speakers let you listen to the AI, play music,
How does it overlay
or take
things?
calls. And an optional in-lens display privately shows you helpful information.
There's a built-in JBL speaker on the side. It comes with a built-in Bluetooth JBL speaker.
And an optional
Wow.
in-lens display
Crazy.
privately shows you helpful information just when you need it. These glasses work with your phone, giving you access to your apps while keeping your hands free.
Built-in
everyone.
deep faker.
Right now, you should be seeing exactly what I'm seeing
Kinda
through
low
the lens
FPS.
of my Android XR glasses. Like my delicious coffee over here, and that text from Shram that just came in. Let's see what he said.
Shram.
All right, it's definitely showtime, so I'm going to launch Gemini and get us going. Send Shram a text that I'm getting started and silence my notifications, please.
Okay, I've sent that message
Dude,
to
I
him
love
and muted
the
all
idea
your
of texting while you're walking around. It's fun.
Gemini,
By
what
saying
was
it out
the
loud.
name of the coffee shop on the cup I had earlier?
That might have been Bloomsgiving. From what I can tell, it's a vibrant coffee shop on Castro Street.
Can you show me the photos of that
On
cafe?
Castro
I want to
Street.
check out the vibes.
No.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was a
Do these
queer-owned
photos from
business.
Maps help?
This is a very risky
That was a
demo,
vibrant,
but we're going to
queer,
give it a shot.
queer-owned business.
Nishta and I are going to speak to each other in our mother tongues. Nishta's going to speak Hindi. I'm going to speak
Castro
Farsi.
Street's probably the
very
gayest
poorly.
street in the whole country.
بسیار خوب. حالا
Literally.
میتونی ببینی حرفای من ترجمه میشن از فارسی به انگلیسی.
Am I replace my oil sensor? Just have to put everything back now. Let's go.
हाँ, बिल्कुल. अब मेरी पूरी दुनिया खुल जाती है और मैं सब कुछ समझ सकती हूँ
Oh
आसानी से.
my gosh.
Gentle Monster and Warby Parker will be the first eyewear
No more
partners
Hindi.
to build glasses with Android XR. I can't wait for you to try Android XR for yourself, and we'll have lots more to share in the months ahead. Thank you so much.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay.